Thanks, Plummer.
Thank you, Myron.
You take care. Chuck, let me weave another question in here of my own. Let's go back to the 1983 draft. Let's call it the Marino draft. Danny Marino. Last till the 27th turn of the draft. It is a matter of fact, it was a bumper, huge year, the hugest ever for quarterbacks, and 5 quarterbacks got chosen ahead of him. You guys had the 21st turn. You chose Gabe Rivera, who had all the earmarks, even after he showed up, of being a terrific, great defensive lineman. He could replace Joe Green as the anchor of your defensive line for years to come, but we know what happened. Alas and alack, a tragic automobile accident quickly ended his career. You can look back on the 1980s to that day in the draft and say, what with Marino being passed over by your club and a number of other clubs, even after you drafted 6 other clubs, and what with Rivera's career having been cut short, that it perhaps changed the course of Steeler history in the 1980s, that draft. Now, the scuttlebutt for years has been that you wanted to draft Marino, but that you bowed to others. To a majority opinion, perhaps. There was that drug rumor around on Marino. It started with a paragraph in a suburban newspaper. He smokes marijuana. And it seemed to be the thing that chased everybody off. What was the real story now? For the record, now you're out of it. For the record, what happened in that draft room when you drafted 21st and Marino was still there?
The rumor was a big part of it, Myron. There's no question about it, because I think at that stage there wasn't anybody who had a clue as to what drugs were all about. And
marijuana was scaring people to death on the guy.
Well, that was a real problem. That's why he lasted as long as he did. There was no question about his ability, but that was the thing that was shaky, and we thought that Terry would be around for a considerable time. We didn't realize he was going to have the surgery and that, so you're talking about trying to use your resources in a way that, you're not going to load up. If you've got somebody that's going to carry you there, you don't want to necessarily load up at that position when you needed help in other areas.
And you had Cliff Stout and you had Mark Malone, a number 1 draft pick, and there was some hope that if they ever got out on the field, they could do it and replace Terry, succeed him. But again, I'll ask you, what about the scuttlebutt that you yourself wanted Marino?
Myron, we made our decisions, collectively. I had the final say, and that was my choice. I would have to say that I had to take the responsibility for that choice.
You won't tell me then, huh? All right. It's Cope on Sports. We'll try to get some history down here and ironed out. It's Cope on Sports. I'll get the next call in a flash.